Hello, on this demo booth I'm presenting a project called .NET Gadgeteer. .NET Gadgeteer is a rapid prototyping platform for small electronic devices and embedded hardware systems. So basically it allows you to design and build an electronic device from scratch very quickly and easily. For example, for a digital camera it takes even a beginner about half an hour to build the digital camera from scratch. I've got here a digital camera as an example. You see it's very quickly easy modular hardware, and it's also programmed very easily. Because of this characteristics, we say that Gadgeteer has a low threshold because it's really easy to get started, but at the same time it has a high ceiling because it also allows building very sophisticated devices. So here at Microsoft Research and the lab we use it in the areas of pervasive and ubiquitous computing for building very advanced research projects. So basically the platform has three different components. The hardware side that allows the assembly of hardware components, like this one for the digital camera. The software, which enables you to program your device, and then also something that we call the physical form factor. That's basically the presentation of the device, the design of the enclosure. So let me go a little bit into more details about the hardware side. At the core of each Gadgeteer project, you have a so-called mainboard. The mainboard has a processor, memory, and also a number of sockets that are all physically identical, but they have different types because they support different interface standards. So that's the core, the center of a Gadgeteer project. Then you also have a wide range of modules to choose from that can be connected to the main board with one type of ribbon cable, depending on the project that you like to do. So for example, for the digital camera, we need a display, and we need a button. The modules are a very wide variety. So for example, you have sensing modules like a temperature sensor, a compass, an accelerometer. You have user input-output modules like a button, a potentiometer, a joystick. On the other side, a number of different displays, including a touch display. You have communications modules, for example, for Wi-Fi, Zigbee, Ethernet communication, and cellular radio. You also have storage devices, etc. So a wide range of devices. So by now the hardware ecosystem is that we have around 7 main boards and 100 modules from 7 different hardware manufacturers. At the next step, once you've assembled your device, the hardware, you need to program it. So this you can do using programming in C# or Visual Basic that runs on Visual Studio or the free Express versions. This runs, the runtime environment is what's called the .NET Micro Framework, which is .NET for small and resource-constrained devices. The hardware is modular, and the same is reflected on the software level because we have very simple object-oriented programming. So for a digital camera, you can do this in about 10 lines of code. So on the next step, you have the physical, what I said is called the physical form factor. And there you can do, depending on the sophistication of the device, you can do from very simple cardboard prototyping over to laser cut prototyping, over to 3D printed encasings, which are quite sophisticated in nature. In the last year, we had engagements with schools. We had a number of school pilots in the UK region working with children from the age of 12 years old. And we will show some of the work here. So this is, for example, some work that British school children did after a 10-hour lunchtime or out-of-school Gadgeteer club. So very sophisticated, workable devices. This is a face booth that allows adding a face, adding nose, etc. to a picture, and a gadget sketch device. But we will also, on the high end, we will also show some sophisticated research devices built with Gadgeteer. For example, an in-house built system called Preheat that is installed in the house, around the house, to kind of monitor usage and heating requirements in the house and try to adjust that. So we will show a wide range of products and also, of course, bring along the main boards and all the different hardware modules.